formula. And so first of all, we're going to look at how you can find the distance between any 2 points visually. So like if you have those plotted. And so if I look up here, I've got 2 points plotted. I want to find the distance between those 2 points. And so to find those 2 points, the distance there, I'm going to go ahead and create a right triangle. Why do you think I wanted to do that? Now you can find the hypotenuse. That's right. It's just the Pythagorean theorem. And so first of all, what would be my vertical distance here?
4.
4. What would be my horizontal distance? 2. So I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem. 4 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. Well, what is 4 squared? What is 2 squared? 4. So I end up having 16 plus 4 equals c squared. I know that 16 and 4 is 20. And so then now I'm going to go ahead and take the square root. Okay? Now we had a little, what do I say? We spent a day kind of simplifying radicals. So do you remember how you can simplify that root 20?
2 and 5.
Yeah. So you could break it down and go 2 and 10, 2 and 5. So then we take out the 2's. So your answer would be 2 root 5. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at the next one. So once again, I'm going to draw in a right triangle. It doesn't matter how I draw the right triangle in. There's actually 2 of them I can draw in. I can either draw it in this way, or I could draw it in this way. It doesn't matter. Okay, you're still going to get the same thing. So what would my vertical distance be?
2.
2. What's my horizontal? Somebody said it.
7.
6? I think it's 6. So 2 squared plus 6 squared equals c squared. Well, what is 2 squared?
4.
6 squared is?
36.
So 4 and 36 is?
40.
40. So now what I need to do is break down 40.
5.
Okay, so 5 and 8.
2 and 4.
Okay, 2 and 4. 2 and 2. So I can take out a pair of 2's. Inside the square root is going to be the 5 and the 2, which gives me 10. Questions? Think you can handle that? Okay, I have another one. Do you think we need to look at that or not?
No.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about something known as the distance formula. Now if you notice it says the distance between 2 points A, x1, y1, and B, x2, y2 is given by. All right, so basically what they've done is we've got a distance formula that we can use if we're given any 2 points so that we don't have to plot those points. And so what that formula is, okay, well, it was there. Let's see where it's at. There we go. We'll ungroup it just a second. There we go. So what that formula is going to be, for some reason we're having issues with it. Let's see where it's at. Well, that's odd. Well, we'll just draw on what we think the distance formula should be. Okay, because I'm not seeing it on the object. Okay, the distance formula is going to be the square root of, okay, x2 minus x1 quantity squared plus y2 minus y1 quantity squared. Okay. So basically all you're doing is subtracting the x-coordinates and subtracting the y-coordinates. So let's go and start with the first one. Okay, once again, you could plot these if you wanted to in the graph, it doesn't matter. Or you could go ahead and just use the distance formula. So AB equals the square root of, I'm going to take negative 7 minus 8 quantity squared plus 23 minus 15 quantity squared. Okay? So what is negative 7 minus 8?
Negative 15.
So basically I have negative 15 squared plus
8 squared.
8 squared. Okay, now when you square a negative, it always becomes a positive, and so that's one thing to keep in mind. So what is the square root of negative 15, or the square of negative 15?
225.
Square of 8 is 64. So now if I take 225 plus 64, I get
289.
289. What is the square root of 289?
17.
17. So that is your distance between A and B. And once again, you could find that by going ahead and plotting those points and using the Pythagorean theorem, but this will save you the time from having to plot the points. So we're going to go ahead and look at another example, and we'll see how we do. Okay. So on this one, let's actually apply the distance formula. So let's pick our 2 points. Our 2 points here, I have negative 5, 2, and 3, negative 4. Okay. So the distance from A to B will be the square root of x's. I'm going to take 3 minus negative 5 quantity squared plus negative 4 minus 2 quantity squared. Yeah.
Does it matter which one you put as A and choose B?
Nope, it doesn't matter which one. I could have started with the negative 5, 2 and went negative 5 minus 3 and then 2 minus negative 4, and I'll get the same answer. Okay, so it doesn't matter which one you start with. What is 3 minus negative 5?
Negative 8.
8. What is negative 4 minus 2?
6.
Okay, so 8 squared is what?
64.
64. Negative 6 squared is
36.
36. So what is 64 and 36?
100.
So I have the square root of 100, which is
10.
10. So that's the distance between those 2 points. Questions on the distance formula? Okay, so here you go. What I need you to do on pages 504 through 505, I need you to do 1 through 10, number 12, and number 13. Okay, 1 through 10, number 12, and number 13. Now real quick, I need you to get this formula down. Okay, this is going to, I think, help you on today's assignment. This is going to help you on 12 and 13. Okay, so you have the equation of the circle, x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared. That's the equation of the circle. The center of that circle is located at h, comma, k. It's located at that point. And then we know that the radius of the circle is r. And that's, like I said, on number 12 and 13. So we're going to go ahead and see. I think I have an example here. Right. Write the equation of a circle with center -1, 3, and radius 4. So this is actually really easy. It doesn't take long. Here's my formula for a circle. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my x-coordinate and my y-coordinate. Okay, basically this is the easy way. I always take, what's the opposite of -1?
1.
So I'm just going to put x plus 1. I'm going to just use the opposite of the number I give. That takes into account the negative sign. And then I'm going to take the opposite of 3, which is, so I'm going to put y minus 3. That's the easy way to plug those points in. And then equals r squared. Well, what is r?
4.
4. So I'm going to square 4, which is,
60.
and there's your equation. That's all you need to do. Okay, that's all you're going to need to do. And so, example, if I gave you this formula, if I said I've got a circle, and here's the equation of that circle. Okay, looking at the equation of that circle, what's the center going to be?
-4.
So you're going to look here, and you're going to look here, and you're going to use the opposite. So what's the opposite of positive 4?
-4.
What's the opposite of negative 2?
2.
2. And then my radius will be the
5.
square root of 25, which is 5. Okay, so that should help you with 12 and 13. All right, so this will be due tomorrow. We'll take a look at it, start a class.